Welcome to our 5 on 5. Please be joined today by Rachel Ward, the Nutrition Director from Access. Congratulations on the new position. Good to see you.
Thank you.
So yeah, tell us about yourself. I guess you're from the Midwest, Minnesota, but coming more recently from Georgia. Tell us how you got here.
Yeah, so it's an interesting story. My husband and I lived in Georgia for about 7 years, and he's an artist, and so he was really looking for a new place, a new avenue to work on his ceramics, and so we decided to move out to the West Coast. And Oregon was just calling our name, even though we had never been here before. Kind of blindly moved out here, and here we are.
Yeah, and so you're taking over, if that's the right phrase. I'm hopefully Philip Yates is, yes, from Philip Yates is retiring, and you guys are actually getting to do some crossover, if you will.
Yes.
You know, he's been there decades, so great way to learn. How is that working out so far?
It's great. Yeah, that time is so valuable to have that crossover, and so he's with us full time through December and then part time in the spring. So I have lots of time to spend with him and really just pick his brain about all that he has done and developed over the last 27 years.
Okay, and so what about this position is different from things you've done in your career?
Yeah, so this position is really kind of a conglomeration of a lot of things that I've done. So it's a great opportunity to bring several small pieces all together. So I've worked with farmers markets as a farmers market manager. I've worked on small farms. I've ran a food insecurity program that doubled the value of food stamps at farmers markets in Georgia. And I've also run food pantries and food cooperatives. And so I've kind of always been looking at bridging that world between food assistance and food pantries and also local food and sustainable food systems, and how do we bring those two worlds together. So this position is really just a great opportunity to bridge that gap and have several of those programs tied together and connected.
Excellent. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll have much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, here with Rachel Ward, the new Access Nutrition Director. So we're talking about you being new to the position and learning and getting to know the area a little bit. What elements of your job might surprise people?
So when people think of access and nutrition programs, they often think of the food pantries and our warehouse and all the food that we distribute for emergency food assistance, which is a great aspect of our programs, but something that people don't often know is that we also have cooking skills programs. We also have a gardening program that teaches people how to garden and grow their own food. We have 6 different food share gardens, so volunteers are actually growing food and donating it back to the food bank, and we're distributing it out that way to get fresh fruits and veggies out there. And then we do work with the Rogue Valley Food Systems Network to create stronger, sustainable food systems as well. So there's a great, as I was mentioning, that kind of meld between the worlds of sustainable food and food assistance. Yeah,
okay, very good. So can anyone sign up for the cooking class or the how to garden class, if you will?
Yeah, they're geared at folks with lower incomes.
Sure.
Just because that's where we see the need and really where we're connected. But they are usually open to anyone who's interested. All
right, and it's around the holidays, of course. This is, I imagine, a lot of food drives, a lot of need right now, of course. Is there anything our viewers should know about as they go about the holidays?
Yeah, so we are always in need of food donations as well as fund donations to help us to distribute all of the food that we get in. And so particular items like high protein items and vegetables are always in high demand and something that we need a little extra help with from the food drive. So some of those special items that we wouldn't normally get from the Oregon Food Bank or from the grocery stores.
Okay, I imagine in your position, you're more food the better that people will donate. But being nutrition, being a focus of your job and literally your title, how difficult is that to try and do? Because you talk about like high protein and vegetables. Are those you're always looking for more of those? Would that be the right way to put it?
Yeah, so I think we kind of target those special items that we want to get more in. We're also looking at nutrition policies and kind of how can we gauge what comes through our warehouse and kind of score it on a nutritional scale and just kind of see where we're at percentage-wise with fruits and veggies versus meat versus processed items, and how can we kind of change that ratio, because we really do want everybody to have access to good, healthy food. And so sometimes those healthy items can be the things that are a little bit more expensive. So that's what people end up going to food banks for and food pantries for, is to get those more expensive items that they couldn't buy themselves.
Okay, just so our viewers know, if they're able to donate those kind of items, were like some of the items I think of: peanut butter, tuna, beans. Anything I'm missing here?
Yeah, definitely canned vegetables are great too. Frozen veggies are great if you can get them to us and keep them cold. And meat in general is a high demand product as well.
Okay, great to meet you. Congratulations on the new position.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.